Let's go live now to Srimal Fernando, who's an award-winning journalist and Sri Lankan foreign and security policy analyst. Good to have you on the programme on a deadly day in your nation. There's been 8 blasts, Srimal, that we know of. Is there a sense that more attacks are expected?
Yes, we are deeply shocked and saddened by this event. There has been 8 blasts very recently, and it was another blast near the main bridge that enters the Colombo suburban. And there's an all-island curfew declared at this point, and over 185 people have died, not only in Colombo, outskirts of Colombo, in Negombo, as well as in Batticaloa. So it's quite saddening, and the country is now grappling with this issue of disaster management and a security situation. Yeah.
There had been unverified reports earlier that Islamist suicide bombers had planned to hit prominent churches. We have to say at this stage that is unverified. We do not simply know who carried this out. But who is most likely to have wanted to perhaps cause this much carnage on Christianity's holiest day, on one of the country's smallest religious minorities?
Very recent reports indicated from the police chief, Pujita Jayasundara, that the National Tawfiq Jamaat, a radical group, has been involved in this incident, and he, as a police chief, has warned. These are only reports. But at this point, investigations are underway. We cannot point at any group since they haven't claimed. But there has been a warning from the police chief to the authorities to see into this issue where there could have been an attack in the coming days, especially towards the churches. So that's what I can say at this point.
A 12-hour curfew, we know as well, has been declared in Sri Lanka. What other actions are officials expected to take now, Srimal?
So according to the intelligence gathering, they will start roundups and go into details. And I think when dust settles, because there's a lot of injuries as well as a lot of deaths, so things have to be settled in the coming few hours. So I think by tomorrow morning we will be clear from the government point of view who is responsible and what steps government is going to take in the next coming days. And we should prevent such attacks in the coming years or coming days. This should not happen anyway.
As you're speaking, we're looking at pictures of the aftermath, the atrocity, just horrendous, horrifying images of people going to churches on the holiest day of the Christian calendar, and for this to happen. From the footage, and there is increasing footage coming out, can we make an informed suggestion about whether these appear, some at least, to have been suicide bombings?
That I cannot clarify. To my understanding, these were C4 plastic bombs that was kept, but still I'm not sure until the police analyst declares the results of their findings. That's yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, Sri Lanka, though, we know it's been rocked by violence in the past. Thankfully, its very recent past, it has not. It's been a very peaceable place, a lot of tourism, an up-and-coming country in the terms of the economy. Everything was going well for Sri Lanka. But of course, the Tamil Tigers is a name that resonates down through the years with Sri Lanka. Is there still unrest, particularly in that northern area? Is there any kind of suggestion that they were involved?
I don't think so, because after 2009 and with democratization and the government handing the military apparatus to more civilian authority, things have been settled. But there are a lot of issues going on in the north because there's unemployment, youth unemployment, so many things to be dealt with. But I have a feeling, I cannot clarify this, but I don't think this is an act of LTT or any Tamil parties. I mean, that's my personal opinion, but I do not know.
The number of victims, they've risen quite dramatically from when this story first broke. The number of injured is well into the hundreds as well. Are more fatalities, are more casualties expected here today?
As per the reports, I heard that 500 casualties, like injuries, are there, and 185 have already got killed. And this is not only this. I just want to clarify one more point. The Sinhalese, the Christians, represent the Tamils as well as the Sinhalese. So the St. Anthony's Church, where the blast happened, is predominantly dominated by Tamil Christians also. So it's a matter of concern. Like even in Batiklo, this attack has happened to another church. So it is clearly very disturbing for the community, Christian community. I would say there would be more casualties. There are some foreigners, 35 foreigners have also got killed in this. So the numbers could go up.
Yeah, our condolences and our sympathies with your country today on what's been a horrifically deadly day. Srimal Fernando, Sri Lankan Foreign and Security Policy Analyst, thank you.
Thank you very much.